Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Game Awards Eve, if you want to call it that. For me, it's just Wednesday or Hump Day. We're on the backside of another week, and make sure you hit that like button as you come in. Welcome to a evening podcast of the Porch Light Podcast. I am your gracious, humble host, the man in the chair, the man who I was the big man in the green chair with the blue robe, but now I'm getting a little bit skinnier. I'm looking at my video here, and you got to give me a little credit here. You know, I dropped close to 45 pounds in the last year, so another 10 to go, and I get down to my ideal weight. So big shout out to everybody who's struggled with weight and things like that. You can do it. Just put your mind to it. Take in less sugar and exercise more, and you will lose weight. And try not to eat anything after 6 or 7 o'clock if you can. That's what you got to do. Okay. So we have a goal up there. There is a dono war for information, and so if you want the skinny on the gaming awards, on the 3 big announcements that are going to happen, I put one in the marquee. That is one of them is there. So you get one for free as a tease, as a taste, okay? But as you can see right here, the lights are blinking, and we got to have donations to keep the lights on, to keep the water running. How am I going to take a shower and wipe my butt unless you all donate? See, that's what this is about. It's about donations and things like that. I mean, I may have to delete my Discord. I'm hearing that there's people out there threatening to delete their Discord because of the disrespect out there, you know. So, of course, you know, keep on calling out the horse shit. Okay, I don't know what else to call it anymore. Keep on calling it out. You're not being disrespectful. So when you're calling somebody out, you know, when you have people who told you that multi-plat games are going to run better on the Series X and then they don't. It's okay to call bullshit on those people. So go ahead and make sure you hit the like button. I see there's like 30 people. A few more people are coming in. I just put it out on Twitter. Also, little housekeeping announcement here. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who joined me on Rumble the other night. We're up to close to like 40 views, which is good considering I only have like 10 to 12 followers on Rumble. But if you all the quote unquote UFO UAP stuff, that's going to be on Rumble, and I will be doing that now. I think, when did I do it? Was it Saturday night I did it or Sunday night? I think it's Saturday. I think I found me a little spot on Saturday I can do it. I can stream it. I'm going to try to stream it through I'm going to try to stream it one more time through StreamYards with Kick. And so make sure you follow me on either Kick or Rumble. I can get a little more juicier over there. Those platforms are a little more enticing. I can go in a little bit deeper and things like that. YouTube still sanitized, things like that. It is what it is. It is what it is. So so I do appreciate you all who listen and ask some questions, and keep the questions coming. And I still check Rumble every 3 days, and so I appreciate you all, and I wanted to give that out. Also, I'm headed over to the Blue Sky. Now, what is the Blue Sky? Right? It's the Blue Sky, right? So the Blue Sky is exactly like Twitter and X before Elon Musk took over. Like literally, it is. Let me see if I can pull mine up here. Pause. This so you all can kind of see it. And let's see here. I'm just going to pull up my account. Let's see here. Okay. Not now. I'm just going to pull this up because you're not going to be able to tell it apart. Okay. So here's my account on the Blue Sky. Here, let me go over here. Let me go to screen capture. Let's make that small. And here it is. Okay. Now that looks just like Twitter, doesn't it? That's actually the Blue Sky. Okay. So make sure you starting next year, I'm gonna be going over there. Also, I have heard that Sony is going to get an account with the Blue Sky so that we can start reposting our pictures again directly with our button. And I still can't use the PlayStation app to post. I don't understand that. Like I don't know what I'm doing, right? So with the Blue Sky, remember what we used to do in 2018, 2019, 2020, when you would take a picture, you would take a screenshot. And here, let me blow this. Let me get this a little bit bigger for you here. Pause. That's the Blue Sky. Now that looks just like Twitter, right? I mean, it looks just like, but I promise you, you can look up here at the top, BSKY app, Blue Sky. So make sure you go and look that up, and it's free. It is free. And if you remember what Twitter was like before they took the rails off, so to speak, if you remember that, then this is what is over there right now. We're just waiting for them to get, Sony and Microsoft to go ahead and put pictures up. Once that happens, it's Katie bar the door. So just so you know, I mean, I get it. It's going to be, I'm letting people know right now, 2 to 3 weeks before the new year hits. But I will be much more difficult to find on Twitter or X, okay? So just letting you know, with that housekeeping there, make sure you look into it. So, all right, well, let's kind of get into the skinny here. Let's talk about Sony and Kadokawa, because I know that's what's on everybody's mind. Do you want me to start with Sony and Kadokawa, or do you want me to start with the gaming awards and what you all? If you want me to do the gaming award stuff, I will do it. But there's a Dono award for that. We need to have, we need to have 5 super chats, okay? We need 5 super chats to go ahead and get to get the information. You want the information, I can give it to you. I can give you the whole thing that you've been told about, the 2 or 3 big deals that are going to happen, but it's up to you guys, all right? I put one up there in the chat. If you need to know what that is, please don't be stupid. So you got one of the 3. So, but there's 3 big announcements tomorrow. So, and that's what you're looking at is one of them up there. So, so let's start with Sony buying Kadokawa here and where they're at in this. And what has happened at this time is that Sony has made it legally known that they want to buy Kadokawa. So they have put it out there, meaning that they have entered into what is called the acquisition stage. That's where they're at, because the company first they have to declare they want to be bought. Now in this case, Kadokawa said to Sony, "We want you all to come in and take over our business." Okay, take over this and they gave them their reasons. So remember, they did that ROI or something like that, or TOI, but I forgot what it's called. But they have decided, Sony has looked at in order for Sony to say we're interested, that's how you get to look at the other company's books. Okay? So they have entered the acquisition stage. They have made a public declaration. That's why I'm talking about it today. Sony has made and if you follow me on X or Blue Sky, I put this information out the other day. If you follow me on X, make sure you go over to Blue Sky. But I put this out on X the other day, which was Sony is in the final stages of making this acquisition. The more that leaks out, however, the less likely it becomes. And I'm like, I think I was like 55, 45 that it was going to happen. That I have been told by a couple people that they were starting their phase, and we would hear something. This is why I said on Twitter the other week, I say you'll hear something by the 16th. Whether it works or not, you were going to hear something. And here we are on the 11th. Sony has made a public declaration it wants to buy another company, which literally means they have initiated an acquisition essentially attempting to purchase the other company outright. Now, how that's going to work with Tencent, I don't know, because Tencent owns like 16% of Kadokawa. I don't know how that's going to work. I don't know if Sony just takes. If Sony takes over the company, is Kadokawa going to sell them all the shares? Are they going to sell them? I mean, they're going to sell them enough shares to take over, right? So they're going to sell them. The Sony keep their shares, and which is I think 13 or 14%, and then they get. And Kadokawa says, yes, here's 55%. Now Sony is the majority owner, or is it going to be something different? So that's what we're waiting to see. But what's happening right now is that, again, like I just said, they can target the company's operations, assets, and the shareholders, and the target company receiving a predetermined, which is Kadokawa, a predetermined amount of cash or stock in exchange for their shares. So what has had to happen is that initial negotiation is Sony had to say, okay, we're going to give you this much for your stock, for your shares. And Kadokawa has to, they have to consider that, because at that point, Kadokawa's got to, based on law, I believe, open up to everybody else. Sony's going to give us this much per share. And if you want to go back to the Disney deal with Fox, that's what was happening. Remember, you had Comcast bidding, you had Sony bidding. Sony was out of it within the first week because it was way too expensive. But you had Sony, you had Comcast, all bidding for Fox, and you had Disney. If you remember, on Tuesday you would get something, Disney's going to buy it. Then on Friday, oh no, Comcast offered more money to push up the share. Finally, Disney got their hands on it, and within 3 weeks, they brought the axe. Like I said, the Mouse House is not. Everybody sees it's a fun world, whatever it's called. It's a small world, and the people walking around in costumes in the castle. That is just what you see on the face. That is a ruthless company that you all need to understand. So with Sony doing this, they are close. Okay, they have made an offer. And now Kadokawa, now you have to start the integration process, and it's got to go to regulatory review. It's got to go to the shareholder approval, which sounds like it's already been done. So at this point, once the acquisition is announced, both companies will enter into negotiations to agree on the terms of the deal, including the price per share, the payment method, which can be the straight up cash, homie, straight cash, right? So they can just walk in there with a bag and say, boom, here you go. Or stock. And then whatever conditions they bear out. But this looks imminent at this point in time. I'm very happy to say, oh, wait a minute. We got one super chat, so you're 4 away from Dribble, who says, big up and Merry Christmas. Thank you, sir. And with the £2, I appreciate the blessing, sir. Give yourself a round of applause. We are you're 4 super chats away from getting the skinny. From getting the skinny, okay? You know, what you gonna do? You know, if not, you just wait till tomorrow. You know, that's all you have to do is wait 24 hours. So, but I want you all to understand that they're going to do this. This acquisition is going to happen. Now, here's what everybody's asking. What's going to happen to the because they're only people, I get it. You all may not read or watch anime, and because I don't either, so I can't speak to it. Guys, get the likes up. You mean don't be these lazy bums, okay? You all come on now. This is not hard work here. Donate a like. Yeah, you know, I'm on here trying to keep the lights on it, and Dribble has given me £2. And that helps. That helps, but we need 4 more. The way it works, ladies and gentlemen. That's the way this is going right now. Okay? If not, I'm going to cancel the Discord. If not, I'm canceling Discord. You know? Oh man. So this looks like this is I'm really bullish on it now. But what's gonna happen to the games? Because that's what everybody's wanting to know. What's gonna happen to the games? Okay. FromSoftware is gonna still be able to make games, okay? Now, I don't like one From Software game, so I can speak to you as somebody who don't care about. I mean, fine, they make the acquisition, but I don't care about the games because I tried to play Bloodborne. All I did was hit the triangle button. Nobody can tell me what's Bloodborne about it. I tried to play Sekiro. Shadows die twice. Well, nobody told me. I mean, how does a shadow die twice? There's only one shadow, right? We all have a shadow. So, how does it die twice? And then some kid gave me a sword and said, go out there and start hacking people. The kid didn't even have no shoes on. I can't do it, right? So, but again, I've never played Elden Toilet Ring because they don't even tell you where to go on the game. It's like they don't even give you a hint. Go over there, go talk to this person, whatever. So now, I don't care for From Software, and I don't give a good damn if they remake Bloodborne. Like, what difference is it going to make? Does this mean we don't have to hit the triangle all the time? If they give it a 60 FPS patch. Here's the good news. They buy them, you get a Bloodborne 2. And you get a patch, okay? You will get the patch, and you get Bloodborne 2. So if you're happy about that, that's fine. However, unfortunately, if you own a Nintendo or an Xbox or a PC, I'm going to break out my Emperor Palpatine here. Oh, I'm afraid that these games are going to be exclusive to Sony's platform. That's part of the negotiation. That is part of the negotiation, okay? And it is what it is. You all got to get over it. And you're going to have to buy a PlayStation to play From games at least for the foreseeable future. Doesn't mean that Sony won't relent on some games, and that you're going to have to do it. You're just going to have to get over it because it's going to happen. And Sony ain't going to play around with this. They're not afraid because From Software has a longer track record with Sony than, say, Bungie. But they really wanted Bungie to only make games for them. And that's why they folded the studio. And the new studio that they've created, it's only going to make exclusive games for Sony. That's what it's going to do, right? That's the truth. So as far as, it's a publisher, they need to publish to everybody. Oh, another $2 from Dribble. Shout out. Now, you're only 3 away from getting the big news. You're only 3 away. All right? And so make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you got your questions ready. We're doing an AMA. And if you want the skinny, we get the skinny. I get the skinny out for you. If not, we're going to go ahead and get it. So, that's the way this works. I mean, you got the lights blinking. I got to keep the lights on. You all see these lights, right? They're blinking because the bill ain't paid. Y'all got to help pay the bill, and keep the lights on. So, that's the way this works in here. And so all those drones flying over New Jersey, this really quick, let me say, the governor was supposed to show up for a meeting today, and he didn't show up. So I don't know who the governor of New Jersey is. He basically said kick rocks. So I'm not going. So I don't know what the hell's going on. So we got to see. So, yeah, Zuri is right, Hashtag Craig ad, just play, hashtag, yeah, I mean, we gotta keep the lights on. You all, y'all come on now, hit the like button out there. Let me make this clear. For if you want the information everybody is sitting on, I mean everybody's sitting on, okay? If you don't, that's fine too. Wait, they folded, but yeah, but Bungie's been folded. It's going to be another company that's going to make games for Sony. But Bungie in itself is going away. So, so go ahead and donate. You get the like button. That's a donation. Don't be scared. We got to keep the lights on. And I don't want to have to delete the Discord, So, and that's the way it works going forward, right? So, but that's what's going to happen with From's games. Once Sony takes over the studio, they go on Chocolate Thunder, and so, and I don't think this will be announced at the Game Awards. They could say something to the effect of, Sony does intend to buy From Software. They're in the final stage of negotiation. it could be something like that, but it's highly unlikely. And this is for the people that are going to watch it, because I've got a poll up right now, pause, that this says I'm not watching, because I'm not going to watch it. I mean, I'm one of the people that's in the minority. Now, I will talk about it on Friday. I'll be happy to talk about it on Friday. But going forward, I'm not going to talk about it because I'm not going to watch it. And because I didn't watch it last year, I've only played 30, 35 minutes, maybe a little longer, on Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That's the only game in the Game of the Year category that I've played. So, and my personal Game of the Year, this is just me personally, is Dragon Age Veilguard. Except it is woke, okay? It is super woke. It's not going to be as woke as Grand Theft Auto. If you don't know, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be woke as hell, and it's going to make people even woker. And so I'm already woke because of Dragon Age, right? But Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be woke, and it is. They're doing it. They mean Rockstar Games are doing it. So, and they do not care. They're going to dare people to talk about it, because that game is going to be, mark my words, Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be the biggest piece of intellectual property for home use in the history of mankind. It's going to topple the VCR. It's going to topple the Pac-Man video game. There was a video game back in the day called Pac-Man, and it spawned lunchboxes, cartoons, TV shows, movies. I mean, Pac-Man had everything. So this is bigger than that. This is going to be bigger than that. So what will be shown tomorrow? I have no problem telling you it's going to be shown tomorrow, but, you know, the lights got to come up, and the donation, we got to hit our goal. I mean, that's the way this is. You know, the super chat. You know, y'all got to get the super chat going. What's up, Michael? So, you know, Sony has created a separate studio of former. Yeah, they have done that. Corey Massey, right on point. That's our special assistant right there. Corey Massey's our special correspondent. You know, Corey, go ahead and give Corey a shout out. I mean, that man is the GOAT right there. And if I say something wrong, he will just correct me automatically, and that's fine, because that's why I like him. Okay, that's why I like that man. You know, and he loves his family. We need more. I want more men out here. I want you guys loving on your families and things like that. So, but this has nothing to do with Lou Waffle. No, this has nothing to do with that. So, it's I don't know if they've named the studio yet. So, but it's a real studio. They have folded it. So, and they're only going to make games for PlayStation. But like, one studio, I'm sorry, is only supposed to make games for PlayStation. The other one could do PlayStation and Xbox. Like, they're going to do like a free-to-play game. One of the studios is going to be free-to-play. So, also congratulations to the success of Marvel Rival. I don't play those type of games, but it is what it is. Oh, we got another two. Oh, you guys are really wanting the information. Uh-oh, we got another $2. Oh, my goodness gracious. Now, who is this from? Oh, my. It says here. Oh, shout out to Navit. Oh, did I say this right? Navenzor. Says he loves the channel. Hope y'all are having a good day. Oh, I'm glad you love the channel, and we love you. And now you are 2 super chats away from getting the skinny on the Gaming Awards. And I'm sitting there. I got the paper right here. Right there. So, and there's the information on that side. So, there it is. And you can see that's quite a bit of information. So, but that's up to you all. You know, Chump don't want no help. Chump don't get no help. You see what I'm saying? So, that's the way this is going to work. You know, you want the information? I got the information, but you know, you got to pay for it now. Okay? This is a Dono War. This is my very first Dono War. Okay? It's like you can interrogate me, but you got to hit the right button, sweetheart. You want to listen to the whole song, you got to put the money in the jukebox. Okay? That's the way this works. Okay? So we get one more donation, though, and I'm gonna be screaming Like I will do a primordial scream. You dig? So, but bring it on. I love it. You have your questions ready, by the way. I love the questions coming in. Just make sure you put them at my name because I may not see it because I'm old, right? I'm old and I'm waiting on something. And the Frisch's is going out of business today. Can you believe that? Frisch's is going out of business. God damn. I grew up with Frisch's in Cincinnati. That's what we had. We had Frisch's, we had La Rosa's Pizza, Skyline Chili, and Grippo's. We were raised on that, right? And something called a hot dog, but that don't count, right? And Flavor Sickles. That's like the holy grail. That's the Avengers of my childhood. Frisch's, Skyline, La Rosa's, Flavor Sickles, and Grippo's. That's like the Avengers right there. So, and they getting rid of one of them. I'm mad as hell. Like mad as hell. 28 years later, I've never watched any of those, and you can't stream 28 hours later or 28 days later or whatever it was called. Like there's a big old conflict between the studio and the streaming services. So I'll try to find it, but I ain't gonna look that hard. My favorite zombie movie, I told you, is what? World War Z, right? That's the greatest zombie movie of all time. Ain't nobody gonna touch World War Z. So it is what it is. Am I getting the shredded cheese today? I may have to get something. I mean, this is sad, man. They going out of business like that. So, well, let me tell you all about Little Devil Inside. That was just a demo. Y'all have to understand that a lot of stuff that Sony shows is for demonstration, and what they're wanting is for an outside group to come in and possibly help fund the game, and Sony will help co-fund it. That's why you get all these things like Project this and Project that. Project E, which is now turned into Stellar Blade. Remember, that was simple. They liked the idea of Stellar Blade or a Project Eve. They liked the idea of Project Eve, but they wanted some response. When people saw that game at that whatever they had state of play, people went nuts, and Sony got behind the game. That's what happened. And Sony helped them make that game specifically for the PlayStation, with the understanding that Sony would get publishing rights on PlayStation. And for all we know, Sony is going to, that company is going to shift up, is going to go back to Sony, to Nexus, and say, oh, we're going, we want Nexus to put this on PC. So Sony may get those. Oh, we got the super chat. Oh, my goodness gracious. Holy cow. Holy moly. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, me public. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, I got to do the Gen Z dance now. Oh, my goodness gracious. We get to see the Gen Z dance now. Oh, let's do the Gen Z dance. Yeah. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, Dono War. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, my God. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And remember, gifts are out there. You can gift the membership. Don't be scared. I can see my people in green. Turn into that green Hulk. Go ahead and do it. Oh, we got another super chat. This one says Sony better buy Arrowhead. Oh, my goodness. And I think we have hit our goal. Goal achieved. Now, I got 5 light blue super chats, and that's exactly what we got. We pinpointed. Oh, my goodness gracious. Oh, down you guys. You all got the information. You unlocked it like Indiana Jones, which I'm playing on PC, which is fun to play. I cannot deny it. Even when he hits somebody, if you go back and watch Raiders of the Lost Ark, the sound effect that they're using when he hits somebody is the exact same from the movie. It's the exact same. But shout out to Darren Mouse for the $2. He said they better buy. Oh, they very well may. And then Mr. Miro EU says, no spoilers, but I want you to keep your Discord. I mean, they did it. I can't believe it. Oh my goodness gracious. So, now we're up. Man, oh man, I can't believe you all turned up like this. Make sure you get the lights up, but here comes your information, ladies and gentlemen. Tomorrow, Microsoft and Square Enix will announce a partnership, and Final Fantasy 7 and 16 will be coming to Xbox. They will be coming to Xbox. So, and they very well may both. At least Final Fantasy 16 is expected to be in Game Pass. Now, my understanding of it is that Microsoft, that Square Enix has already had Sony put they've already had Sony. It's Final Fantasy 16 and what's the name of it? PlayStation Plus. Can we go on PlayStation Plus and get Final Fantasy 16? Oh, Briaro's with 5 more. Oh my goodness gracious, Briaro's coming through with the big old $5. And now you talking? He said, hope Sony buys 2 other studios just to make things spicy. What other studios would you like them to buy? You want them to buy studios or publishers? But yeah, I mean, so that is one of your big announcements. Allegedly, Microsoft is going to announce they have some kind of deal in with Square Enix, which Square Enix has been talking about publicly, so you shouldn't be surprised, okay? Do not be surprised at all. I'm sure you won't be. And again, Final Fantasy, aren't the other Final Fantasies on Xbox? I mean, I played 13 and 13 too on Xbox, so I don't see what the big ass deal is. The compromise is the acquisition confirmed. It all is, yeah, we talked about it earlier. It's pretty much that Sony has made it crystal clear that they want to buy Kadokawa. They've made it clear. So the only thing left for them to do is get the paperwork done. Because they more than likely, when you acquire something, you saying you want it publicly, you've already negotiated a lot of the stuff. You've already negotiated. So it's pretty much a done deal. So I understand, though, if you want to use my own words and say, well, Craig, it's not a done deal until you hear from the studio, that's fine, too. That's fine, too. So why should Sony stop supporting Square Enix? They've been partners for, over 20 years? Why should they end a 20-year relationship? And isn't Final Fantasy 16 on Plus? I mean, is it? I can't remember. I don't want to turn on my PlayStation, but I will. Y'all know I got the world's most powerful PlayStation. My Pro is more stronger than your Pro. It just is. Your Pro is 33 teraflops. My Pro is 40. Okay? My Pro's got 80 CUs in it. My Pro is special. So, but Square Enix is a third-party developer, so I don't understand why it's such a big deal. Like, I don't know why you would care. So, I'm just saying why you would care about a third party. It's like getting upset that Resident Evil is only on PlayStation 1. You all got to remember that. Well, you may not because you're real young. But I remember when Resident Evil was on this PlayStation 1. It wasn't on Sega Genesis. It wasn't on the Nintendo system. And yeah, so y'all got to get over that. So that is one of your announcements. So that is one of your bigger announcements. So, and so y'all got to get it ready. When this happens, you're gonna, people are gonna be yelling and screaming. That's one of your old crap moments of tomorrow night. Your other one is that you are going to see, I can't believe I'm saying this, you're going to see a major Sony announcement with multiple games. Them having, you need to look when you see your game demos, because Sony, a lot of the stuff you're going to see is going to be on a Sony dev kit. It will say captured on, you'll see it, Sony PS5. Okay? You're going to see that. So just go ahead and get it ready. Okay. Go ahead and get it ready, Freddie. And your third, so that is big because you're going to have a lot of games there. And, but don't get caught up in the whole thing of, oh, it's going to be groundbreaking stuff. Because everybody wants everything, everybody wants something different for themselves. So they do. That's just human nature. That's nothing against people. That is human nature. So what is my excited level for the gaming awards? Well, I'm still not going to watch it. I mean, if that matters, that's just, it is what it is. So my favorite main guy from Kadokawa. Yeah, see, I don't watch anime. I couldn't tell you one thing. My favorite anime is Star Blazers, followed by Robotech, and then I stopped watching it. So I don't even know what a Goku is, or Groku, whatever that is. I know who Grogu is. That is the little bit baby Yoda. So it is what it is. So I don't have my German source. He is that's an AMD guy. Final Fantasy going to Game Pass isn't bad. I mean, again, I think it's already on Plus, so I don't know what else to say about it. If it's already on Plus, I don't know why it's such a big deal. So, but maybe it is to some people, I don't know. But Final Fantasy has been on PlayStation for a long time. Final Fantasy VII has been on PlayStation for a long ass time. And so it is now, Square Enix lost its ass with that Avengers game. It did. That game was bad, guys. They paid over $200 million to get that game's rights, and they didn't even get the likenesses of the people who played the Avengers. It was this like, why would you give, I mean, you got fleeced by Marvel Studios. That's all I can really say, because I would not give them that kind of money. Okay? Indiana Jones has Harrison Ford's likeness as Indy, and then you have Marcus. It's kind of his assistant, and he's in the game. Even has his voice. It's scary. Sounds just like him. So I don't think it's the same actor, but my goodness, is to have that likeness in there, it gives it an authentic feel. Makes it feel authentic. So, Lansville Paul, the idiots like Boomstick, Broomfraud, XL, and Dirt has no dignity, says Sony can't afford. Okay, well, we know that's not true because companies don't approach companies that can't afford them. So do not even give that any life. Don't worry about stuff like that. That is as dumb. That sounds stupid. I mean, Sony has plenty of money. People got to remember that they can actually, the Bank of Japan can actually loan Sony up to like 50 billion yen to get something. So I'm just saying. Then I'm not saying that you all shouldn't be excited for the gaming awards. I'm just saying that the games that I have seen, I have not played. I haven't played that card game. I haven't played that other game, Metaphor, whatever it's called. I haven't played that. And I've only played Final Fantasy Rebirth for about 45 minutes, just to kind of see if there was going to be things different with the mechanics. And when I saw it wasn't, so 50 billion USD, not great. No, just the Bank of Japan would loan Sony in yen, not USD. So get that, understand that. It's not, when you're dealing with the Bank of Japan, when you go to Japan, if you go to Japan and you take $50 to the bank, your US dollars to the bank, and you take it to their exchange, they exchange it, they're going to give you yen. They're not going to say 50, But now somebody wants to donate $50 to me, that is fine. Because see, then I can go up there and get that real expensive controller. What's it called? The DualSense Edge. Would they loan Chocolate Thunder? Yeah, they might. What else is valuable at Kadokawa? Well, just the company itself has been around, I think, since World War II. I think, and if you watch, I can put a movie in here, if you watch Godzilla -1, I think the company that he goes to work for is Kadokawa, I think. I mean, I may be wrong about that, but I think it's Kadokawa. Michael says, I believe, Albert, when you see it, well, you're going to probably see it tomorrow. Okay? I don't know when it's going to happen in the next, it's going to happen next year. It's all that's going. So it would be much more than 50 billion yen. You're converting it wrong. For what? For the Bank of Japan to buy? All right, to loan Sony? Well, that's fine. It may be a heavier loan, but they have 50 billion yen that they can go get. Now, could they go get more? Of course. Kadokawa was founded in this 1945. Yeah. When did World War II end in the Pacific? Just asking. Yeah. Hey guys, come on. You know I know my history. Do I still loan money? Not to who? Don't loan money to anybody. All right, don't loan an amount that you're not afraid to lose. But I try not to loan money. So I mean, now if it's a girlfriend and you're having carnal knowledge, well, in your case, there, Miss Hayes, a boyfriend or a husband, and you're in a long-term relationship, and he says, "Hey, can I get $50?" And then yeah. But come on. Well, Tencent is rumored to be buying Ubisoft. And what they'll do, what Tencent will do, is they'll keep it for a year or two, and then they'll start selling off the IP. That's why I've said, if they do that, I hope Sony looks to buy Rainbow Six. You know, Rainbow Six. Am I still teaching? Oh man, you're bad. No, I'm not teaching nobody nothing. So y'all realize that guy's been doing this. That YouTuber's been doing this for I've been told over 15 years. So that's great. I mean, I'm not gonna I ain't gonna piss all over somebody who's got a career. I mean, 15 years doing anything, that's good. That's good. The Bank of Craig. There you go. 50 billion, it's like 350. Okay, but they're buying a Japanese company, so why would they convert to US dollars? That's what doesn't make any sense. Okay? It's like when Sony bought Insomniac, it was converted to $220 million. So I think it was $220 million for Insomniac. Well, let's see how much that is in yen. Alexa, how much is 220 million US dollars in yen? 220 million US dollars, 33 billion, 495 million Japanese yen. Right. That's how much Sony paid in yen for Insomniac, give or take. Give or take. So Capcom would be the best purchase. Sony. Capcom has said possibly to that. Capcom has said possibly to that. It's unlikely though. FromSoftware has moved from the maybe to pretty. I mean, I would put money on it now. I would literally, if I can get odds at the betting wheel. Hey, do you think Sony's gonna figure out a way to get their hands on Kadokawa? The answer is yes. Answer is yes. So, oh yeah. So those are some of your big announcements. The other one that I'm lukewarm on is that Sony is going to announce they have purchased whoever makes Helldivers. So that's a legend. So, but that's heavy. I'm really bearish on that. So Sony really buying Kadokawa. It's pretty much pipelined at this point. Pause. It's in their pipeline to get it. Okay? It's in the pipeline to get it. So I agree Capcom's a better purchase than Square Enix. I don't think they're buying. I've never understood why people were saying they were going to buy Square Enix. This doesn't mean Square Enix didn't approach them or they didn't have some talks. I mean, you got to understand these companies talk to each other all the time. So Arrowhead, they very well could announce the purchase of Arrowhead, but I personally don't believe that because Arrowhead only makes one game, and don't get me wrong, I think it would be smart. I think it'd be bad business. I just don't see them doing it. They already own the major property, so it's kind of like, okay, they get our dev kit, they get access to our ICE team. There's no reason for them to go in there with a bag and say, here you go. So why not Epic? Oh, why would you buy Epic? Like, what? Name the one good thing to buy Epic. You would own what? Unreal Engine? Okay, but that's licensed out to everybody. So that, if you were going to say, well, they could license out Unreal 5, then, you know, it is what it is. Yeah. So, Sony owns 14% of Kadokawa, Tencent. Yeah, I think some of the thing they're having trouble with, oh my goodness, this person's name is Fuck You Too. Part of the thing that I think is taking a while, is they got to figure out, because it's a three-way pie. It's Kadokawa owns part, Sony owns a part, but you know, and so does Tencent. But I'm gonna give a shout out to King Thrash, because King Thrash still has this video up when Sony bought that capital buy into FromSoftware or into Kadokawa. King Thrash said this is the first step in them buying that company, and he was right. So, Kadokawa is worth $4 billion USD. Well, I didn't say that they were going to pay $4 billion. Said that they would go get that money in yen. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So if and when they announce it, they'll convert it to US dollars. But it's not. Sony does have the ability to buy that company. Sony gets money from Unreal Engine. Don't they have stake? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why. The main thing they would have is the Unreal Engine that they would turn around and just license out. Like when Microsoft bought the Havoc engine, they just license it out. That's what Microsoft does. They license it out. They did that with DOS. Go back and read Microsoft's history with DOS. So it is what it is. So, but as far as game announcements tomorrow, I'm not. I mean, if I would say it, but there's gonna be one or two announcements that get you go. But that's why I keep saying it's hard to know, because what I think's exciting and what you may think is exciting is two different things. I can tell you though that I'm pretty bullish on the Final Fantasy announcement. And I'm bearish on the Arrowhead announcement. Very bullish now on Kadokawa being bought. So by some. Arrowhead shouldn't have put. That's Biaro's PS. They had nothing to do with that. PlayStation is the one. Sony is the one putting the requirements on that. That is what PlayStation's doing. You dig? So that's what PlayStation's doing. So I need to see if my food is here yet. Oh, I love the questions though. So Half-Life 3. I don't know. That is what I've been told. It could be something that big. Am I still writing that Star Wars lore with Lou? It's not writing with Lou Waffle. I'm writing it with two other people. And yes, we just took a break for the holidays. And it gives you a chance to recharge and read the story, and then we'll meet again on January 5th over at Starbucks, weather permitting, and we'll trade more ideas over there. But yeah, we're writing it. So, but yeah, good. So good. I like the story. It's like, okay, it's the New Republic. They're mapping new hyperspace routes. They've opened up kind of an academy, kind of like their own version of Top Gun. And because some of the people are going to flunk out and not do well, that's going to open them up to being, piracy and things like that. So that's where we're going with it. Okay, that's where we're going with it. So it ain't going to be about the Skywalkers. It's going to take place in the High Republic. So, and at the beginning of the High Republic, because it's called the High Republic because the Republic is expanding. There's a bunch of rich people. So this is at the beginning when everybody's starting to get the bag. Okay, this is going to be trash. Oh no, you need Days Gone too? Oh, okay, well I thought Days Gone was okay. I didn't think it was great, but I thought it was okay. I wish you could change the characters' outfits. So if they do a remaster of it, that's what they should do. They should just say, okay, if you play it once, if you play it once and your save is still available, you can now change their clothes. But yeah. But all right, guys, just don't mistake Star Wars or Mass Effect. Nah, Mass Effect is more in the line of Star Trek, not Star Wars. All right? Not Star Wars. But I'm gonna go because my food is here. Shout out to Frisch's and the big boy, my last big boy ever. So, but certainly hope you like this. Shout out for the super chats. We had our very first Dono War and probably our last one, right? But yeah, this Kadokawa is going to be purchased by Sony. I'm pretty bearish on that. If I had money to bet, I would bet that it goes through. The big wow is Final Fantasy 16 and 7 are pretty much Xbox bound. So, and the 3 games I would like to see is Phantom Blade, Exodus, and I can't think of the other one. I just said it about an hour ago. Judas. Those are the 3 games I would like to see. Now, so leave a comment on what 3 games you would like to see. And I will talk to you all. On Friday, we're going to do a wrap-up show of the Gaming Awards on not who won. It's going to be on the games that they showed that are coming. Okay? So you all take care. Take it easy. A GTA 6 trailer, that's not what I got told. But we'll have to wait and see. So, Wolverine trailer, well, possibly. But I think Naughty Dog is going to have a bigger say at this one awards than what people think. Okay? So, yeah, pretty much you paid for my dinner, right? Nah, y'all didn't. Y'all were cool. I appreciate you all. So, all right then. Just wait for the announcement tomorrow. It's coming up. It's imminent. I believe those things are imminent, okay? All right, guys, you all take it easy. Y'all stay blessed. I'll talk to you Friday. Deuces.